Welcome to Hoops and Headspace, the podcast where mental health and sports intersect. I'm your host, Jada Rich.
I'm your co-host, Tae.
For sure. And today we have a special guest because all the ones that are native to Ripley are very special to us because that's our hometown. But we got a special guest with us. We're going to let him introduce himself and let him tell y'all a little bit about himself, and then we'll get going. So, who we got, man?
I'm Cam Rucker, Ripley, born and raised, thick and thin, in and out. And I'm just your average Joe. I'm just your average Joe from Ripley, Mississippi that love Ripley to death and will forever rep Ripley wherever I'm at. That's me. In and out, Ripley. Ripley. Black and gold, gold and black, however you want to put it.
I've been loving that energy that we've been getting this week. That black and gold energy has been a rejuvenating feeling.
It's been a special week for you, then.
It has. It has. We've had some good Ripley folks, man.
It's gotta be hard coming from blue and white.
It is.
Yeah, I love it.
It's gotta be hard.
It's
coming
hard.
from blue and white.
He don't want to. That's another therapy session,
It's
Cam.
tough time.
Yeah, we have to dig into that box.
Yeah, you gotta unpack something.
Yes, he does. It's trauma.
Okay. It's
The
okay.
denial that's part of the stages. But anyway, one one thing you was talking about though, like you really embody where you're from, and you really do pour back into the community. And that's the main thing that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about like your journey and kind of what led you to doing the things that you do. But before we get into the questions, just to kind of give them a deeper background of you, which relax, you get 2 opportunities. So you're normally the second one's better than the first, but we'll see how you do. So your first opportunity here to talk your talk, you let them know who Cam is. We know where you're from, what you've done with their basketball career, what you do with the community. You know what I'm saying? Talk your talk and let them know what you do.
It's your very be arrogant moment.
Yeah,
Like,
if-
like I think I am.
Yeah, like,
hey,
like
hey.
I'm him moment. Like,
Yeah.
this is your moment.
yeah, this is
2 of them.
we ain't studying nothing they talking about.
Yeah.
We ain't studying nothing
But
they
this
talking
your
about
I'm him
because the thing is, it's not arrogance. It's like Tay tells me all the time. The reason why we do this talk your talk moment is that I struggle with giving myself flowers. We all struggle with giving ourselves flowers sometimes and appreciating what we've done in life, So it's more of a moment for you to give yourself flowers for the things that you've done and the person you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's your moment to talk your talk and give yourself them flowers for what you do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll be factual here. I'm
There
not
we
gonna
go.
say nothing
Okay.
that's not factual.
Okay.
All right. My freshman year, I backed up Dwayne Cox. My sophomore year, I backed up Iverson Smith, 2 of which are the best guards to ever play in Ripley. I don't care what nobody say. I watched Iverson with my own 2 eyes. Dwayne, that's self-explanatory. But I watched Iverson with my own 2 eyes. You go watch that film.
He said what he
My-
said.
My junior and senior year, I led the state in charges, and I averaged double digits both of those years. I'm a 1%er, which means that 1% of high schoolers end up playing in college. I played 3 years for Millsaps, never won a game where I did not score. I have buckets in Seattle, Washington. I have buckets in Colorado. I have buckets all across the South. And I was top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year voting my last year at Millsaps, all whilst coming off the bench. First game I ever played in at Millsaps, I had 18 as a freshman, and we won. Last game I ever played as a Millsaps major, I had 15. That's the synopsis of what I can give you that's factual. Y'all can go fact check all of that. Team accolades, we won division 3 out of 4 years. I believe we won 3 out of 4 years in high school. If you watching this, I've probably either locked you up or I gave you a couple buckets. It just is what it is. And yeah. AAU, I averaged like 18 in AAU for the 2 years that I played. Highest I ever had was 32, and that's the basis of it. The alumni game I just played in, that 2 years ago I had 26. Dwayne, you can fact check that too. I had 26. So
For sure.
that's that.
Yeah. I like it. I
Yeah,
like it.
I like it.
I like it. It was the confidence of it and like you said, it's all facts. So, you know what I'm saying? He is a certified bucket. And like Tay likes, he's a
Facts.
certified defender. For
Okay.
sure.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. So let's get into it, man. At what age did you realize like you weren't the biggest player on the floor? And like how did you kind of deal with that mentally?
Man, my whole life. Look, this is a funny question because I started to play travel ball in middle school. And I'm going to just name my teammates in travel ball for the Mississippi Bulls, quote unquote. Iverson Smith, Quavy, Jelani, Joe Collier, Antoine played on the team. We also had Keo. Chauncey, Asa, these were the players on my team, and I'm 5'5", probably 190. Like, I can't keep up with none of them. I can't do what they do. Chauncey Duncan, Ace is a certified bucket, and we in the same grade. All I can do is shoot, and I'm having to shoot the ball 30 feet in the air just to get it off. That's why I shoot like that now. So I had already knew then, looking at my genetics, looking at the people around me, I'm probably not gonna grow that much more. So there's gonna have to be some extra work that gets put in if I want to be anything that I think in my mind I can be. And I'll never forget in 8th grade, we had just won 5 county in 7th grade, and I was still coming off the bench. But it's stuff like this that like sticks with me, and I always keep it like on my shoulder. 8th grade, I was starting the first half of the season, and I got hurt, and Coach Scott put Cade Davis in front of me. Cade about 6 foot at this point in 8th grade, and he could shoot. And when I came back, I'm thinking, I'm just finna get my spot back. That's not how that worked. That's just not how that worked. And I remember how mad I was and how heated I was. And I was like, okay, you got Jesus, you got Asa, you got Braylon, and you got Chauncey all on this court, all skilled players at the time. What are you bringing, right? You not bringing height. You ain't playing no type of defense because you can't move. What can you do to improve yourself? So that was something that I always kept on my shoulder and carried it with me throughout because I always had to start from the bottom and work my way up, which I feel like is adverse to a lot of the good athletes that you see come out of anywhere. Usually they had it their way the whole time. They was always the best on their team. Contrary to belief, I always had to start from the very bottom. I remember the first practices in high school with Coach Kirk. I walk into the gym, it's Dwayne Cox, it's Iverson Smith, it's Jamonte Cox, it's Joe Collier, it's Cole Rogers, it's Jelani Edgerton. What am I supposed to do with that? What we doing? And he just rolled the ball out. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You gonna sink or you gonna swim? And I learned quick, okay, after school, I'm gonna have to go run these hills. I'm gonna have to get on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look up all these agility drills. I'm gonna have to look up all these defensive drills. I gotta get this weight off me. I have to learn how to dribble. I gotta dribble with the heavy ball for 30 minutes. As soon as I get home, get me something to eat, I gotta go back outside and I have to train some more. I learned that at a young age because it was practices. I didn't even practice. Coach Kirk was like, bro, just run the bleachers because you're not even in shape. You can't even play out here. You're not in shape. You know how embarrassing that is? But I feel like either you're going to take that and you're going to walk away, or you're going to take that and it's going to light a fire in you. and it always lit a fire in me. So I knew that at a very young age, and I just knew that you had to outwork everybody around you. I had to outwork everybody around me, and that just is what it is. But that carried into life too. It's like that in life. You have to outwork everybody around you, especially being from little old Ripley, Mississippi, little old Blue Mountain, Mississippi. People don't even know that it exists. You go to bigger cities, they don't even know that it exists. We in the same state. What do you mean you don't know that Ripley exists? All you know is that it's 45 minutes from Tupelo. It's an hour from Memphis. They think we got one stoplight, one stop sign. That just is what it is. You have to carry that, and you have to have that mentality of eat or be eaten, kill or be killed. You have to outwork everybody no matter what it takes, or else you're just gonna get embarrassed. You're gonna get left behind. And that just is what it is. So I knew that a long time ago, and it just carried throughout.
And that's exactly why we got you on here today. And we're going to talk about basically how you turned a lot of obstacles into opportunity. And then with those opportunities, you went and you learned and you gained, and then you turned around and brought all that back. So that's what we're going to focus in on today and give you your flowers for, man, because you do a lot for the community, in which we'll get deeper into that, but you do a lot for the community, man. So as far as playing ball, and you actually got on the floor, being your height, which if you don't mind, you're 5'5"?
5'5".
5'5". So being 5'5", what was your personality like, or how did that help shape your personality on the floor, like when you started playing?
Well, I credit a lot of my upbringing to how I played ball, because that was something that always carried over. That wasn't something that was taught. That was something that was engraved in me. Jesus, it's funny. Jesus was my neighbor when I was a kid. So him and Ishmael used to play outside with me and Terrell, and we would play 2-on-2. There was no I'm letting you score. There was no, I give you 10 points and we'll go to 12. There wasn't any of that. You're going to check up this ball and you're going to get these buckets, and we're going to antagonize you. Terrell used to like shoulder me, and he knew that I was going to foul him, and he would let me foul him just so he could push me down and yell "and one" in my face. And when I ran in the house to be like, Mama, Terrell bullying me, Terrell antagonizing me, I didn't have a parent that was like, just come sit down. Go back outside, bro.
Shout out to Mom.
Go back outside,
For sure.
bro.
Shout out to Mom.
What are you doing?
Go figure it out.
Yeah, like what are you
figure it
doing?
out.
And I didn't have cousins. Like even his older brother, he would be like, go back outside. Like, what are we doing? And you score one time, you get a big chest. You score 2 times, you get a bigger chest. You score 3 times, now you talking. Now it's like, yeah, you 6 years older than me, but you gonna get this work too. I'm not little no more. I played basketball with my dad. He just posts me up. And he's talking the whole time. You too little. You need to get in the weight room, do some push-ups. Like, what you gonna do, cry? You gonna go cry to your mama? She not here. So who gonna help you? Stuff like that. And it's like I said, either you gonna sink or you gonna swim. And he used to do things that would mentally challenge you, and you don't realize that he's mentally challenged you until you put in that position later. He would purposefully let me get up 10 points and start telling me, you miss, it's over. You miss, you're not getting the ball back. So now you question every single shot you take. But he would also give me a lesson in it. He's like, you got to trust your work. If you're not trusting your work, you question every shot you take, you never going to make it. You never going to make it. So either whether you 0 for 10 or you 10 for 10, this next shot, you got to believe with everything in you that it's going to go in. And that's what I took when I played ball. It was all about, how can I antagonize you how I was getting antagonized? Because I know what it does for somebody mental. You could be 30 times better than me, 30 times skillful for me. I'm trying to get you mentally. I'm going to elbow you. I'm going to give you little jabs. I'm going to pull on your shorts. I'm going to tell the ref that you whining. As soon as you miss a shot, I'm going to go tell your teammate, don't pass him the ball no more, bro. Because he the reason why y'all losing. Because y'all trying to get him into the game when y'all just as good. I'm getting in everybody's head. We at the free throw line. I'm squeaking my shoes. I'm telling you your stats to your face. Like, bro, you actually 70% up here, bro. So this might just be the one you miss. Not gonna lie to you. I'm doing all of that. You quicker than me. You can dribble better than me. All of these things, but I can get you mentally. I can get you mentally. That one turnover that you have, I'm letting you hear about it. I'm letting you hear about it because I know that you like to go tween, and then hesitate and then cross over. You can't just cross over. You ain't got that rhythm. I'm studying you that hard, and now mentally you checked out. That's how I did it. That's how I carried that mentality. You want to switch a big onto me. That's not going to work because I'm in the weight room.
Yeah.
Now you trying to shoulder me. Now I'm going to take a charge, and now you sitting down. That's on you.
And see, he was in that group, like one of them last eras of Ripley basketball that talk like that. You get what I'm saying?
I'm glad somebody said it.
Like you you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like from Cam them back, and again, but you got to think about who we played under. Like he said, they was groomed by us, and you best believe that we gonna talk it, but also know that we gonna walk it. Know that, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, we gonna back it up. But I love that era way
for
more.
Me, what I enjoyed out of it, just the attention to detail. That bruh is a point guard. Like how I feel about point guard, a true point guard, that is beautiful. So kudos, brother. Kudos,
Cam, because everybody that you run into on the floor ain't gonna crumble.
Nope.
Some of them gonna stand 10 with you, and they gonna talk back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So what is your self-talk like? What is that talk for Cam to help you stay focused and balanced to battle that out?
Trust your work. Brad Vernon, my last 2 years of high school, he started to train with me. He started to train me. And the one thing that he would always tell me when I get into my head, because that was why I would get into my head, is because I know how hard I work. So to me, in my mind, I'm not supposed to ever go 0 for 4. Like, that's not supposed to happen. That's not really supposed to be a thing. And Brad would always tell me, your confidence has to come from how much work you put in. Knowing that you did this repetition 1,000 times. Knowing that if you just having this off 0 for 6, one of them fluky 1 for 7 games, and y'all down 1, and it's a 1-and-1, and they foul you, you got to trust your work when you go up there to make the free throws. That's something that's always stuck with me because it's easy when you 5'5", you run up in there, you think you Kyrie, you try to do something like that, and you got I forgot big dude name from Tupelo. I think Mitchell. His last name was Mitchell. You got Mitchell under there. Block it. It hit off your number. You go out of bounds. Everybody. You gotta have the confidence and trust your work to know that was my fault. If I just shoot the floater next time, shoot the midi, I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be alright. Knowing what you can control, because you learn that at the park gym. You learn that quick. When C. Wright is 2 steps past half court and you like, what are you doing? You finna shoot, and he shoot it and he let you know about it. You know what? Maybe if I just step up, maybe I'm not dumb. I'm not dookie. Maybe if I just step up.
He not lying, man. See what with C. Wright, 2 steps, he letting it fly. Then if he hit it, oh my goodness, he gonna let you know.
Maybe
step up. He gonna tell you, you better step up.
Yeah, maybe Brad is giving me this work right now because I'm not being as physical as I usually am. Maybe I'm still like trying to learn to see what he's doing. Maybe he's not that good right now. Maybe I'm just that bad. You gotta try to psych yourself out of stuff. And that was what I would do, especially like division games. Division games, you got everybody and their mama in the crowd. You got people standing up under the sideline. And it's you, your photos on the court with you against day 5. And it's either going to go this way or it's going to go that way. And when it's going this way, you have to find a way to psych yourself out. You have to know that at some point your work is going to show. Because Coach Kirk had this saying, and it's one of my favorite sayings ever. He said that great athletes don't rise to the occasion. They sink to their lowest level of training. So that was something that was always ticking in my head playing ball. It's like, okay, I may not be hitting right now. Fourth quarter come, at some point, you're going to start to tire out. I know you're going to tire out because you ain't trained as hard as me. Not only do Coach Kirk got us going through the gauntlet, I'm running cross country. I'm running these hills. I'm on the track. I'm at the wellness center twice a day. Fact check it. At some point, you going to tire out, and I'm going to get my break. That was what was always ticking through my head. I'm going to get me an easy layup because you going to make a tired mistake. It ain't even about your skill. You going to make a tired mistake. I'm built for these type of moments. This team is built for these types of moments.
What was that, Izzo? Coach Kirk?
Coach Kirk.
What was it?
What
did he say?
You know,
the Messiah of basketball.
See, when you get the experience of staying in Ripley your whole career,
I just want
it just I'm answering for you. It builds you different.
No, what was it? What?
Great athletes don't rise to the occasion. They sink to their lowest level of training.
That's an ism.
That's the deepest. That's the winner. That's the deepest ism we've gotten so far. And it came from Coach Kirk. Again, amazing stint in Ripley, Mississippi, and with the Tigers. And you know, again, even with Cam being born in Ripley, it just, I don't know, it's something in the chemicals, man. You just built different sometimes, and
I'm happy for y'all.
I know. I know you're happy for us. I'm just
happy, right?
I was just, going down memory lane of the fact that it does something to you, man.
Yeah.
So with your obstacles and stuff, what's one thing that you've had to learn as far as a confidence habit off the court?
You gotta walk it how you talk it. The one thing that really used to gets under my skin to this day, and I tell my brother all the time, my cousins, it's so easy to talk when you winning. It's hard to talk. It take a real man to talk when he losing. It take a real man to talk when he down. So whether everything in life going right, everything in life is going bad, quote unquote, I have the belief that it's just another day. Another day, another dollar. Tomorrow I'm open my eyes and I got a new opportunity. Just like in the game. Right now, you just on a run. You hot. We gonna call a timeout. We gonna regroup. And we gonna rekindle this conversation. We gonna come back to it. We gonna see what's up. I feel like it's very, very easy to be confident when everything is going your way, but it take a real person to be confident when things not. And that's something that I carry with me off the court, so to say, is that I always have confidence that things is gonna work out how they supposed to work out. And that's usually with the win and a lesson attached to it. So I think that's something that I would definitely want to tell people too, though, is to watch, be very careful with the people around you that only talk when things going good. Because you might not see them when things go bad. You might not see them when things go bad. Them teammates on the bench that's talking crazy to the other team when y'all up 20, when they go on a run and now it's a 5-point game and they over there biting their fingernails, them the ones I be telling to shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Because you don't really believe, you obviously don't really believe that we're like that. Because you quiet now. You quiet now. That's one thing. And Tae know this just from playing with me, I guess, at Foothouse. I don't stop talking. I don't care if I'm down 20. I don't care if I got 2 points. I don't care if I got 30 points. I'm gonna talk the whole time.
Old.
That's how I was raised. Like
He could be down 17-3.
and I have the confidence.
Yeah.
You better get 20. You better get 20
You better
first.
get you better end the game right now.
Yeah.
And he let you know you miss it, it's over.
Yeah,
So
I mean it.
It's all facts.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Can you think back to like a specific moment where you were overlooked because of your height, and like how did that affect you mentally, emotionally?
This is a very, very good question. Oh God, this is a good question because I don't think I ever told this story or told anybody really outside like
See-
my mama.
See, we getting better. We getting first stories right here, man.
I first started getting recruited, quote unquote, when I was in 11th grade, by Blue Mountain College and Northeast. And Northeast invited me and Jesus. Did Asa get pretty positive? I mean, it's Asa. I'm pretty positive Asa got invited too to a skills camp, right? And I remember going to the skills camp. I had a very good skills camp. And I just knew, it just made sense in my head. I was like, my daddy went to Northeast. He hooped at Northeast. I'm going to be part of the lineage. And when I was walking out that door, the coach there, and I love the coach, was talking to Jesus. And I was like, wait, don't. But that's my teammate, though. So I was happy for him, but I was salty, too. And I ain't going to sit here and lie. I was salty, too. And it was like the same story for Blue Mountain College. Blue Mountain College coach, and I love him to death too, he would come to all of our summer games, but he would only talk to Ace and Jesus. And I was salty about it. I was real salty about it because I was like, we all really putting up the same production. That's just how our team worked. We was all really about, Ace probably had 14, Jesus probably had about 13, I had about 12. That's literally was the formula, or it would just switch depending on the day. So that was one of the first times where I experienced like, all right, you might not actually be the best one out here in other people's eyes. Cause I always carried it like that. Every time I stepped out on the floor, I was like, I'm the one. I'm the one. We just play for Ripley and they the ones too, but I'm the ones of the one. That's how I felt. But early on, they didn't look at it like that. They always went for Jesus or Asa. And it wasn't until I actually went to a camp by myself that I actually did not want to go to. Mama drugged me off the couch because, funny backstory, I never heard of Millsaps ever in life. Did not know Millsaps was a school. I didn't know where it was or anything. And my mama knew how bad I just wanted to play college ball. And she was like, Millsaps is having a basketball camp. You want to go? I was like, nah, not really. I don't even know what that is. And she was like, it's 3.5 hours away in Jackson. You going since you said you want to play in college. I was like, all right, cool. I go to the camp. I show up, show out. Coach, just like Ace and Jesus, didn't let me leave the gym without flagging me down and was like, hey, I want you to play here. I'm going to be watching you your whole senior year. I want you to play here. So shout out to Mama for forcing me to do stuff I didn't want to.
And shout out to your support system because you got a really good one.
Yeah,
Facts.
you really do.
You really
You really do.
Facts.
Like, and just to give flowers to his parents, and the community even knows, man, he comes from a great family, and they've raised some beautiful children, and some children that are out here doing a lot of big things individually, man. So, yeah, shout out to your strong support system. So did you ever feel out of place as a shorter guard or anything like that? And if so, did you unlearn that?
Yes.
I want to answer that too.
Period.
Don't let you
I
go.
wanted to quit my freshman year.
Okay.
My freshman year, we was doing all them, we had practices, we didn't touch a basketball. That was Coach Kirk's MO. It was like, we gonna play harder than everybody else. No matter if you have one of the best guards in the state in Dwayne and another top guard in the state in Iverson, one of the best shooters in the state in Cole Rogers, I don't care about none of that. y'all just gonna play harder than everybody else. You're not gonna outskill nobody. So it was practices we didn't even touch a ball. We over here doing. We used to He used to have us doing a 5-on-5 drill with a flat ball, so you couldn't dribble. And it was like stuff like that. And it was like I would get exposed. And Dwayne, shout out to Dwayne. Dwayne would like brush by you. Dwayne, you just do little stuff, try to get in your head.
Bro, and it's not like he just like talk a lot, but
No,
like you
he
said,
don't.
like that look he just did. I can see him
It's
doing
like-
that.
it's
like
like-
I can see it on that drive
Like,
cam.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
with that swipe,
you
like,
know,
bro, I'm
like-
finna go get this bucket.
Yeah, like he don't
real
even talk in
smooth with
phrases. It's just it's a look, but you know what
Yeah.
it
It is. It's the most degrading
Man, to
look.
hit a 3 on you, like, and look at you, like,
It's the most
It's a-
degrading
it be
look.
man, I don't even really care that you came up here, bro.
It'd be the little smirk, and then he just.
And I remember
man.
one time we was practicing, and he must have brushed by me with his shoulder. And Dwayne know me, like, we can fight for all I care. Like, we can swing right now. And he brushed by me with his shoulder, and he like sort of looked down at me, and he was like, "Why you even out here?" And I remember I really sat down, and I was like, "Why am I out here? I'm not doing nothing. Like, I'm doing nothing. I'm not even playing on JV. I'm not even playing on JV." And I remember getting in the car, because Daddy used to pick me up from practice 9 times out of 10. And I was like, "I ain't gonna hold you. I'm finna quit. This ain't for me. I'm cool. These folks cold. That ain't me. I ain't cold." He was like, "What?" That's how you know my dad. He didn't even take it serious. He didn't give me no speech. He just looked at me like, "What? What are you talking about? You not quitting." And that was that. I used to question myself a lot. Especially my sophomore year when I actually started to play, because people don't know, and shout out to Keo, that's my cousin, so I can say this. The only reason why I even got a varsity jersey my freshman year was because Keo got kicked off the team. So I got his jersey. And Coach Kirk told me to my face when he put me on the team my freshman year, he said, "I ain't put you on the team because you was good at basketball. I put you on the team because you was a good person." And I was like, "You really gonna tell me that?"
Hey, honesty is key, I guess.
And when Keo got kicked off the team that night, his jersey was hanging up in my locker, and Coach Kirk was like, "You earned it. Like, you got it. I know you're not gonna play." So me and Braylon used to just sit on the bench. Me, Braylon, and Kyston over there clowning.
And I already know, man, with B is top 5
Funniest people
funniest
you ever
people
gonna
know, I
meet.
promise you.
So that's all we used to do was clown. And then my sophomore year, Dwayne gone, Cole gone, Jelani wasn't playing no more. So me and Jesus actually gotta play. So Coach Kirk brought me in his office. He was like, "I'm not gonna lie. You gonna play some, but you gonna play in stints. And all I literally need you to do is not turn over the ball and make a shot when you're open." And I used to get in, I kid you not, for 2 minutes at a time. Iverson would come out the game and not even sit down. He was just coming out the game to get a drink and then walk back to the scorer's table, and that was my minutes. And I had to make an impression. I had to take charges. I had to guard the best player and just make it hard. I had to just make it seem like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything. I'm doing stuff I'm not even supposed to be doing on defense. I'm over here face guarding. We not supposed to be face guarding, but I'm face
Hey, but
guarding.
Coach, look, I can lock him down,
Yeah,
though.
bro, I can do it. I
lock
can
him
do
down,
it. I'm
though.
telling you, you give me an extra 4 minutes, I can play with Iverson.
Yeah.
You know, it was stuff like that. But it be the games where we played Canton. Canton was one of the best teams in the state. We had no business playing with Canton, if we being completely honest. But that was the one game he didn't play me my sophomore year. And I questioned myself because I was like, okay, we playing against some of the best talent in the state. Why you not play me that game? Am I that trash? Can I not play? Am I that trash? You couldn't give me 60 seconds at the end of the quarter just to throw me out there, see if I make something shake? Like, so I used to question question my skill level a lot. And Kyston can fact check this too. I remember we was playing Tish, and he threw me in at the end of the game, and I had a wide open layup on a fast break. I'm talking about wide open. And the ball slipped out my hands, and it went over the backboard. And I came in the locker room after the game, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm done, bro. I took my shoes home that game, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. Like, you're not gonna see me tomorrow. I'm quitting."
Yeah, like,
he
how
was
do I
like-
bounce back from that, man?
He was like, bro, shut up. Like, what are you talking about? You cold. I had friends like that though.
Yeah, and that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Especially
friends
at that
like
young
that.
age. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That would be like, you not understand. You 5'5". You not athletic. You can't even touch the rim. And like you out here playing with these people. So you must be doing something right. Like I have friends like that. But I also had parents that was like, what you gonna do about it though? You feel like this, but what you gonna do about it? You gotta put your head down and work. You can't tell me that you sad because you had a bad game when you ain't been to the gym in 2 days. You can't talk like that in this house. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me, oh, you just had an off game when you haven't put in enough work to say you had an off game. That's just you. That's just your
Yeah.
skill level.
Like, what did you expect?
What did you expect? So, that was what I always reverted back to was I just have to keep putting in work. And I remember my senior year, I had a game where I missed like 5 free throws against New Albany. Actually, I don't know if y'all remember that game that Asa at New Albany, Asa hit that 3 from like the timeline.
Yep.
It was that game. I missed like 5 free throws and everybody on a high on the bus, everybody hype. I'm mad. I'm livid. Everybody mad. B, you know B, because me and B sit beside each other on the bus.
Ken, what wrong with you?
Hey, what's up with you, bro? What's wrong with you?
I mean, we just
I'm
be
like,
Talking real fast.
we just be New Orleans, man. We just smack New Orleans.
I'm like, worry about them free throws. I'm like, bro,
You
I
true.
missed 5 free throws, bro. And I remember when we got back to the gym, Coach Kirk used to have the lights off in the gym. Only lights that were on was the hallway. But if you went and sat on a certain spot on the court, you could see the goal enough. I went out there in my jumpsuit and shot free throws while everybody else was leaving, going to McDonald's, going to have a good old time. I went and shot free throws, and Coach Kirk had to come get me off the court and was like, bro, go on. Go on. But that was just me. That was who I was. That's who I am. That's how I got myself out of mental slumps, which you have to put in more work. That was my thing. You have to just put in more work. So that was how I dealt with my mental adversities because I had them. I had a lot of them. I ain't gonna sit there and lie about that.
So, Tae, did you ever feel out of place? You were out there playing as a shorter guard.
Yeah.
And how'd you
See, y'all,
how'd you
we just had
unlearn
to
that?
get Ripley. Because you got to remember, I was at Ripley. I played behind Canaan. All them.
That's why he ran to Blue Mountain.
Canaan, all them. Then you go to Blue Mountain, Ishmael, Jacob.
But I think that was easier to deal with. Hey, but
I ain't gonna.
You played behind some dogs.
I know, I did.
You played behind
some
dogs.
Yeah.
You played behind some dogs.
But it was similar to yours. But Jacob Gurley was my Dwayne.
Yeah.
And he you know.
Jacob don't get enough just due.
No, he don't.
yeah, now Jacob was a bucket.
But
Flat top Jacob.
Yeah, but Jacob was flipped. Dwayne don't talk.
Jacob
does.
Facts.
Yeah.
Jacob gonna let you know about it. So I had to do.
You know who his daddy is?
Oh, the one and only.
Yeah,
Mr. Leg
man.
Gurley. Shout out to Leg, man. Yeah, but
Can I say this real quick too about Dwayne? Because I see these debates going on all the time. This is my personal opinion. Brad was my sensei. I look at Brad as like Michael Jordan. To me, Brad.
People sleep on him.
Brad is like the standard. It's supposed to be the standard of what a basketball player is to me. But after Brad, I don't too much know why it's too many other conversations outside of Dwayne. And this is why I say this. Is because Dwayne could get you 40. I kid you not. Dwayne could get you 40. I think y'all get misunderstood the offense that Dwayne was playing in. Dwayne was playing in a 5-out, 4-out, 1-in motion offense where he was not the focal point. He just got to take the majority of the shots. He still played with Iverson Smith and Jamonte Cox and Cole Rogers, who were all very good basketball players, so he had to share the ball. Dwayne could have averaged 35 if he wanted to. Every game, Dwayne would tell me before the game, this gonna be one of them games, so you might just get your popcorn ready, because he know I'm not getting in. Me and Braylon would sit here and watch this man. We would sit here and watch this man go get 30. Go get 30 in 3 quarters. This is when Dwayne was my best basketball player to ever come out of Ripley moment. He had he was 1 steal away from a quadruple double, and he only played 2.5 quarters.
I'm saying
This is my
because
opinion.
it's some
It's some dogs. Like I
you
understand.
stepping
Like,
on
I
some
get what you're saying.
toes
I
with it.
understand that AC Vance. AC know how I feel about AC.
Yeah, that's
I
what you
play
stepping on
AC.
some
I
toes.
play AC. Don't nobody bring my daddy up for real. He got the most points. Don't nobody bring my daddy up for real. But this is what I'm saying, Tae.
I get you.
Dwayne would go get you 30, and
Then-
the player that averages 30, he gets 12.
Yep.
So that's plus 38. Do the math. That's plus 38 on the court. Who's doing that? And he can get you 10 assists. That don't make no type of sense. He was a steal away from a quadruple double and played 2.5 quarters.
I'm saying I put Dwayne in like top 5. I put him in the top 5 now. As in like number 1.
This all opinionated.
Yeah, it's all
It's all
opinionated. It's all
opinionated.
Who your number 1 out of Ripley?
Like of the guys, number 1, I don't know, because I even go back further than like AC them. I mean, because you gotta think about even before AC them, you had like the Derrick era, you had Brad
Derrick
and them
Bell, you
era.
had
I
Brad.
mean,
Drago.
you know what I'm saying?
From
Like
AC era up then.
okay, from AC them
era.
down. Okay, AC's gonna be number 1 for me.
Okay.
From AC them down,
A
AC's
bucket.
gonna be
A pure
number
bucket.
1.
Yeah.
Just because again he played defense, but the thing is, man, he gonna score 80 like Kobe. It really don't matter if you had 30 or not. And again, he played in the offense similar because of the coaching style, and still got those same type of buckets. I think he's like the original Dwayne, just minus the he wasn't as much of a defensive prowess.
But you gotta look at his teams too, though. He had like Doc.
He didn't have to really play the
Yeah, he had, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So AC's number 1. Now I will definitely, if we're talking just from AC them down, you're bringing Dwayne up for me. Dwayne would be like my number 3 now. And just because of the era I played in and I watched Malik, the thing that makes Malik number 2 for me is because he played that same style as Dwayne off of the injuries that he had and did it consistently as if he had been completely healthy his whole career. So
Y'all want me to give y'all an
Then my
inside
top
scoop
3.
that you may not have knew? Dwayne played his whole senior year with a torn meniscus.
See?
I don't know if anybody ever told him that. I
See?
watched Dwayne limp suicide in 32 seconds and still make it with like 3 seconds left. He was a freak athlete.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, I'm biased to defense.
Okay, yeah. So what's your top 3 then? You said you got Wayne at 1, and we going from AC them down. What's your top 3 then?
You saying from AC up, or we talking about
AC
everybody?
AC them down, from AC them down to now.
I have Dwayne at 1. I
Okay.
have AC at 2. And I'm very biased. I have Kanan at 3.
Okay, that's a hey, that's a solid.
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
mad at that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna
Ain't nobody
fight
gonna-
that. We ain't gonna fight that. We ain't gonna fight that.
Because I know people are going to say that the team that he played on was really, really good, but I think you just have to play against these people sometimes. Like sometimes the
Yeah.
people that I seen and played against them with my own 2 eyes. That's why I always give AC his flowers, because I didn't catch AC when he was AC, but I caught AC at the end, and it was still like, if you doing this now, I can only imagine what you was doing when you was in your prime.
Yeah,
Yup,
like and
yup.
for how I view your list, you more of a strictly buckets. Like you like I you know how we do
And
about
I'm
this.
biased against defense. Like you had to say
like
real defense.
And which Jada's not biased against defense, but she's more like, yes, defense is important, but you have to go down there and score.
Yeah.
to
Bro,
win.
like I tell
Yeah.
people all the time, at the end of the day,
we go by
the
the
game
score.
gotta end.
Yeah.
With you having more points on the board.
Yeah.
Now,
So that's why.
and it's not that I'm more biased towards scores, but Cam, and I play too. But see now, again, in which Malik vouched for me on this too. Thank you, brother. I play defense too. It's just that the coach I had though, like she instilled that in you, that defense is first. You know what I'm saying? But that was my reason for playing hard defense. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And then the mentality of, I'm going to make sure you don't get more buckets than me. You see, that's my motivation to play good defense.
My thing was,
it wasn't like the excitement of, ooh, like, you know what I'm saying?
But you
you're not gonna outscore me, and I'm gonna do my job as a teammate, which is play good defense, because that's the only way I'm gonna stay on the floor to get buckets. She don't care about the buckets,
Yeah.
and she don't care about the buckets. So if I don't get out here and play good defense, I don't get to get no buckets.
I'm
You know
just
what I'm
saying,
saying?
like you would get like 2 stops in a row and wouldn't say nothing. Then you go
Yeah,
down there and
that's
get a
cool.
bucket, you just let loose.
You hear me? Because hey,
you know what I'm saying. So
you know,
Jada, you shot free throws on the side, right? Am I tripping?
Here we go, Cam. All right, yeah,
I have to ask this.
yeah. So
Where
look,
did they come
okay,
from?
wow, okay, yeah.
I knew I wasn't tripping. It was like this. She was the one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is so funny because wow, nobody's ever asked. Okay,
Yeah, I care.
so when at first I didn't. Originally I did not. And then but I struggle with free throws. So this is open, and everybody know this. I struggle with free throws. And like for a while, my hand would like go to the right when I shot.
Mhm.
So Coach Bates came up with the idea, and I keep saying it. Let me apologize because I'm just so used to that being her name. Anyway, Coach Hobson came and we just was, talking, and I was kind of just working, and I was at home, like you say, we work at the crib. So when I stayed in the sub, and we got the driveway in the sub, so I got my arm almost on the wall at the house. So I'm like, if I'm on the free throw line, that's the left corner. And I was making them when I was practicing. So I was talking to her about it, and it ain't no rule against it as long as you behind the line.
Behind the line.
So I remember the first game I did it, Cam. The first game I got fouled, and we had been working on it in practice with me doing it like that. So I get on the free throw line, and I can hear the crowd because everybody get quiet, and it's just a couple people asking questions like, "What is she doing? Why is she doing that? Can't she?" You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm hearing. And then, like you said, I got to mentally stick with my training. That this is what we've been working on. Percentage wise, I've been doing better with it. So you know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna go with. Come on, ref, give me the ball. The ref even kind of looking like, what are you doing? I meant this. And so for a while, until I could fix my shot, that's where I shot it.
I would have been talking so crazy to you at the free throw line.
Yeah, I believe it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was my
I said, what are
Achilles.
you doing? Chemistry, algebra up here? You trying
Yeah,
to shoot it like a bow and arrow? What's going
yeah.
on?
Yeah, and that was my Achilles heel. There is my free throws. But yeah, man, yeah, appreciate the question, bro. Yeah, that's why.
Good question.
That's why I did that.
Yeah.
People.
I never
feel
knew
like
the
people that
story
watch-
either.
Yeah.
I just feel like I always looked at it like, hey, that's just what she do.
No, I
Yeah.
struggled with free throws my whole middle school career, and when I got to high school, and I was playing, and I playing post player, you get fouled a lot, and Coach Hobson's used to like Becca, soft touch, good, and when these are these are automatic.
Dog.
So we need you to come on and because she loved a good and one, because she trained you to make the shot. We focus on making the shot and not getting fouled, and she wants you to finish at the free throw line. So at the time, that just helped with my percentage. So yeah, man, you got a good eye. You do study a lot, so I'll give you that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Being a point guard.
Yeah, I watch it a lot differently. Yeah. So what's an adversity moment, Cam, that changed your view about yourself?
That's a real good question. What's an adversity moment that
Thank you.
changed my view about myself? I'm gonna give an example that I feel like would reach more people that would watch this. That I want to reach, which would be the kids.
Right.
A lot of people don't know, cause like Tae said, everybody think I'm cocky. They think I'm cocky. I am smart. I was third in my class in high school. Yes, I had a 4.3 GPA or something like that. Made a 27 on my ACT. All of these things are true. But when I went to Millsaps, I was humbled very fast. Millsaps is a top 50 business school in the United States for a reason. The curriculum is very rigid, very rugged, and it will test you in ways unimaginable. And my sophomore year, I was one bad grade away from flunking out. of college. Not missing a few scholarships, not we're gonna sit you down for disciplinary action, you're not gonna be able to hoop. No, I was a grade away from dropping out of college. And at that moment in time, I was questioning everything. Nothing made sense. I'm like, I never studied a day in my life in high school. I didn't study for the ACT. Why is this so hard? Why am I not grasping it? Why do I actually have to pick up a book and read? Why do I have to do
Man,
that?
we right here, man.
I'm like, I'm like, maybe I am dumb. Like maybe
Yeah,
they
like,
are too smart for
yo,
me.
was Ripley not as good as people
Yeah.
said it was? Did you not?
Cause I
What?
got
All
pride. I got
A's is,
pride. I come to Millsaps. I went to private school, and
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, my dad's a doctor, and my mom's, and I'm like, bro, I'm from Ripley. Where is that at? Don't worry about it. Just know I'm from Ripley. To the point to where people acknowledged me as Ripley. That's Cam from Ripley. That's how much pride I took in it. And I had to really sit down with my mama to the point to where she was like, let's start looking at you some more schools. Where else you want to enroll into next year? Because it's looking like. And I was like, nah, I ain't going out like that. Like, nah, that's not how my story go in. Like, there's no way. I'm smarter than this. I'm better than this. I didn't work this hard just to come this far, just to come this far. And I locked in. And like I said, I probably had like a 2.3 GPA. From that point on, from that second semester of my sophomore year to my junior year to my senior year, I finished with a 3.8 GPA. And that was a moment where it felt like, and I'm condensing it, but it really genuinely felt like the whole world was falling on, because you come home, everybody think everything's so great and candy. They so
and you
proud
gotta
of you.
act like it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Cam, you just played on TV the other week. You played against UAB. We
Yeah.
on ESPN. We so proud of you. I'm like, bro, I'm finna flunk out. Y'all might not even see me.
Little do y'all know.
Yeah, I might be home for good next week.
Yeah.
Like, so, in college, it's just you and them four walls every day. Like, you can go to the gym as much as you want to. You can go hang out with the girls as much as you want to. You can hang out with your guys as much as you want to. But at the end of the day, you got to come home to your dorm or your apartment or whatever it is, just you and them four walls and your thoughts. And when everything hit that fan and come back at you, you got to figure it out. You got to figure it out. And that was a time in my life where I really started to hone in on God and really had to look to him for strength and look to him to guide me so I could figure it out, because I ain't do it by myself. You 3.5 hours away from home. You can't call mama. You can't call daddy. You can't go and escape. Like, this is your reality right now. You fixing to flunk out of school. Your whole life is finna change. You want to go back to Ripley? Do you want to go back to Ripley? You want to go back to Ripley and do like what they want you to do.
And so, when did you feel like your voice carries power? You know what I'm saying? Not just in basketball, but in general.
From the time he could talk.
That's a good question, because I feel like it was the way that I was raised. I mean, y'all know my family. Brianna is her own person. Mama is her own person. Daddy is his own person. Terrell is like one of the biggest influences in my life. He is his own person. So everybody around me always instilled to me, you don't have to go that way. If there's 10 people in this line, and this line is actually the quickest way to get there, that don't mean that that's the best way. You could just go this way by yourself and be perfectly fine. That was how I was raised. Like, you don't want to dress like that, you don't have to dress like that. You dress how you want to. Be yourself. Everybody else already taken up. So that's how I always carried it. My mama never let me really take a back seat. She always made me talk in public. I feel like it's the smallest thing. She always made me go up and speak and say, hey, how you doing? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. She didn't let nobody speak to me first. You walk in the house with your relatives, it wasn't no, hey, there's Cam. Boy, go speak. boy, go speak. I don't even know them. You gonna get to know them. Go speak. So you add that in with having a certain confidence. Now I'm just talking. Now I'm just talking, and I feel like it rubs off on the people around you to the point to where you become a leader because you have people following you. I don't feel like leaders are just leaders. I feel like leaders are great followers. And then you get people that follow you. And I never had a problem coming to school listening to the music that I listen to. I never had a problem talking the way that I was going to talk. I was going to be respectful about it, but I never had a problem having my own opinion, having my own backbone, and standing on it. Tae knew that from Boys and Girls Club. I never had a problem being opinionated, respectfully though. And people respected that, and they'll gravitate towards you. They'll gravitate towards what you're saying and what you stand for. So I feel like it all came from my upbringing. I feel like it all just came from my upbringing and little things of how I was raised, and what was instilled in me. And then you start to look around and you like, oh, people actually sort of care what you say.
Now, Cam, we're gonna shift from we've been discussing how you've been proving people wrong, but now we're gonna discuss how you've been pouring into people the right way. So just kind of give us an insight on that shift from being a player to now you're starting to pour into people.
The one thing that I want the kids to know especially is to use basketball. Don't let basketball use you. I knew back in high school that I wasn't going to the NBA. I wasn't going overseas. I'm 5'5". That's just realistic. Reality is reality. If I was 5'10", maybe I could have went D1, but after 4 years of college, my basketball career was still going to be over, and I was going to have to start life. And the one thing that I look back on and I hate it, but then again, I probably wouldn't change it, is that basketball is my life. Like, you get them shirts, it's like ball is life. Like, I genuinely was dieting in high school, like 15, 16, 17, like dieting. I had a schedule that consisted of training 2-3 times a day. That was a normal day. I'm talking about 2-3 hours. Tae can vouch. I'm at Foothouse for 5 hours, and they like, I was sweating when I got there because I just got done working out, and I'm still finna go work out after this. That was genuinely just life, but I looked back and I lost so much time. I lost so much time that I could have been spending with my family that I wish I could get back now. I lost so much time doing stuff that I didn't think was as fun as basketball at the time. My friends go to Tupelo, my friends go hang out, my friends go to the mall. Nah, I'm a train. I'm gonna stay home. I'm a train. The injuries that I still have now, like this shoulder, I don't have full motion in it, and my doctor literally told me it's from overuse from shooting so much. I didn't care. I was like, I'm cool. Get a little massage therapy, put some KT tape on, I'll be all right. Nah, I don't have full motion in it. I don't even like the bench press because this shoulder is gonna mess up my knees. Having tendonitis and tendon problems and joint problems, it's hard for me to run now. All from over usage, not listening though. And now I'm in a space where I have to put all of that energy that I put into basketball into real life scenarios. But I'm very grateful for what basketball did for me, as far as the character traits that it instilled in me, the life lessons that it gave me, and the opportunities it gave me. Like, I was on a plane. I was on my first plane ever because of basketball. Basketball put me on a plane. Basketball afforded me the education that I have. Basketball afforded me to be ingratiated and introduced to so many different cultures that I otherwise would have never, ever known anything about. Like, coming from Ripley, white, black, Mexican, that's it. That's literally it. I went to Millsaps. I had Indians. I went to London. I've been overseas, all because of a basketball. A basketball did that for me. The woman that I consider to be the one You know, I met her because of because basketball got me 2 Millsaps, got me down to Jackson. Um, and once I understood that basketball can do so much for you, can do so much for other people, then you know how to use it. But I let basketball use me for a long, long, long time, not knowing any better. Um, so don't get lost in the sauce. Put as much as you can into it. I'm not ever telling you not to put all that you can into it, but find a balance. I never found a balance ever until it was over, till that ball stopped bouncing and I realized how much time I had lost. Um, so I think that answered the question.
And that's gonna slide us on into this next question, Cam. So, how do you handle athletes? Because you do training, in which we're gonna get deeper into your training. How do you handle athletes who are talented but are very mentally fragile? And of course, most of the time, it's due to the new style of upbringing.
You have to put them in positions that they never been in before. So I'll give like a prime example. Kiki. Everybody know Kiki. Kiki is a state champion. So congratulations to Kiki.
What school she go to?
Blue Mountain.
Okay, there we go.
Blue Mountain. So Kiki has always been good. Kiki has always been great. Kiki has always been the best on her team. Kiki has always, whether she wants to say it or not, coddled in a way, right? And in my program, I don't care if you throw up. I don't care if you pass out. You're going to get through it. You're going to get done with it. You have to get through this. You have to. There is no negotiations. There are no's. I had a good day. No sprints. I had a good shooting day. No suicides. We're not going to do weights today. Every action has a consequence to it. You missed 2 shots in a row, that next shot don't count in the reps. If you're not hitting nothing but net on your floaters, it don't count. It's that meticulous. It's that intricate. It's that detailed. It's that intense to the point that when you get in a game, none of this matters. None of what's around me matters. It don't matter if I'm down 20. I haven't even caught my second win yet because I trained that hard. You can't tell me that me being down 20 with 15, 20 minutes left is a lot, because I done been in shooting drills with Cam where if I miss these next 5 shots, I'm running for the next 20 minutes. So that's not even a challenge to me for real. That's easy for me. You left me too much time. I still got a chance. I feel like with the newer athletes, it's not like how we was growing up, in the sense that we left it to ourselves to build ourselves back up. We was just getting broke down. It was just, you too little, you too small, go in the house, you trash, you suck.
Go figure it out
Figure it out.
yourself. With no guidance.
With these, hey, you not that good, actually. You actually, if all I have to do is push you left, and you really, after that, it's spooky. But I can help you with that. We can do these ball handling drills. You just got to get stronger. You got to learn how to use your body. You got to learn how to use pace. You got to use your mind a little bit more. You got to make some smarter reads. You have to do it like that. You have to be very, very careful. You have to be very careful, because you don't want to be a confidence killer. And you have to understand the generation that you're dealing with.
And with this generation, it's very easy to kill their confidence. Like, very easy.
Yeah, and I shout out to her dad, Foot, because Foot was all at every single training session, and he would even tell me, like, no, don't even try to be soft on her. Don't even try it. She know. Don't even try to be soft on her. Get on her. And shout out to Kiki. She didn't fold. She always picked herself back up. I know you tired. I used to tell her that all the time. If it don't hurt, it don't work. No pain, no gain. You do it right, you do it light. If you do it wrong, you're going to do it long. that's just how it go. That's the law I came up on. And I feel like you can see the dividends that it paid for her. I think that's the most intricate part, is that this day and age, you have to be careful how you break them down, number one, but you have to be very intentional on building them up too.
Just to highlight, like we've been discussing with the C360 training, I do like that you keep a lot of those older values, but I also do like that you find a way to mesh and integrate it to work with the newer age of kids.
You gotta adapt.
Yeah.
You have to adapt. You have to adapt without changing.
Yeah.
Like, I always had a vision of giving back, but I always thought that you had to be a millionaire. I thought you had to be rich. So I'm real talk. You know, LeBron had the LeBron James Family Foundation, which is a foundation that I sort of got my niche from. Russell Westbrook with Why Not, Jason Tatum Foundation, and Chris Paul's foundation. Like, those were the 4 pillars of, like, I was like, okay, I can do stuff like this on a smaller scale, right? So then once I got out of high school, and I crossed with Alpha, I started getting in contact with a whole bunch of people that were doing similar things, right? And I'm curious. I'm a very curious person. I ask 1,000 questions. So I just kept asking him, like, how y'all doing all this? Y'all ain't just got it like that. And he was like, look, if you got an idea or you want to do something, ask people and they'll help you. It's really that simple. And I was like, y'all cap. I'm like, it can't be that simple. It's got to be something to it. And he was like, I promise, it's not. So, and it was all God's timing, because it was the same year that I crossed was the same year that I stopped playing ball. I ain't had nothing but time on my hands. And I had to put that energy that I put into basketball into something else. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna start my foundation. I sort of know what to do. I'm good with business. That was my major. You just gotta run it like a business. It's just a nonprofit though. So there ain't no bottom line to be had. So I started it in very beginning of December 2023. We did our first luncheon on the 23rd of December, I believe it was. Fed like 113 people, and all whilst ain't did nothing but ask people for help. So literally all I did was ask the community for help. And I think that's the biggest thing that I always try to put out at the forefront, is that people get it misconstrued because they like, you're doing all these great things in the community. I promise you it's not me. I literally just have these experiences that I had in life, and those are usually what our initiatives come from, is because I had those experiences in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I come up with a plan, but it's the community to bring it together.
Mm-hmm.
It's not me, just the giveaway that we just did, a Thanksgiving giveaway.
Yeah, we commend you for that, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You got people coming by, they're not even picking up food. They just like, I see what you're doing, here's a donation. We can't do none of that, none of what we do without you guys. And I remember we did our back to school giveaway last year, not this year, the first one we did, which was last year. And they probably don't mind them saying their name, but Jack and Jordy and Doc was just driving by. I was like, hey, what you doing? I was like, my back to school giveaway. They was like, we'll be back. They come back with boxes of supplies. It was like, here, just to go towards it. Like, it's stuff like we don't do anything that we do without y'all. And it's been a pleasure, because I'm not taking credit for it at all. I feel like I was just sort of a light. But so that's how it all started.
Yeah, for sure. And like Tae said, it's beautiful. I've enjoyed watching it from the first time, and it being just you and a couple other people, to you getting some of your D9 members and stuff, and some of your frat brothers to help, to the community now joining in and helping and seeing the vision. So I've enjoyed seeing you come up with this vision to help and people starting to join in and see your vision and help you too.